What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. So today I do want to talk about something I've been thinking about for a minute now, and I do feel like a lot of people are probably thought the same thing, especially with this game being on PlayStation now. I'm also going to guess and say a lot of the new players probably love it. That is going to be the drifting in Forza. Now, I would say a lot of people who have been playing Forza for a long time, because obviously the fifth game isn't the first one, have most likely been enjoying drift physics like this probably since the first game, but I would like y'all to chime in if you guys have been playing since the first Forza. Which game do you guys think had the best drifting? And also, I would probably say if it's anything like the fifth game here from me playing it, it is probably still going to be an amazing experience. Now, the thing I did want to talk about though is the fact that I feel like the drifting in Forza Horizon 5, to me at least, is going to be some of the best in the modern racing game era, at least for the open world part of it. I'm going to go right now and say this, guys. Forza Horizon 5 has the best drift physics out of any of the open world games I've played in recent years. That's going to be Motorfest, Need for Speed. I feel like the way the cars feel in Forza and stuff, and the way that you can actually change them around or even adjust stuff, which I will talk about that here in a second, is pretty much going to be unmatched compared to every other racing game. We all do know in Motorfest there is going to be a drift class in there, but I'm constantly seeing people go, yo, can you all please come in here and fix the drift physics? They're not going to be good. The cars don't feel right. And I'm probably going to guess and say right now that's most likely never going to happen. And the funny part is, when I was playing Motorfest, I always thought the drifting physics in that game were good. And again, I've never played Forza before, so I was unaware of that. I did end up playing Unbound, which I thought the drifting physics in Unbound were pretty decent. Definitely better than Heat. Heat was kind of wonky, like you had to put like weird suspension on your vehicle or something, then like drag tires or something just to make the car drift. I do know there was like the break the drift thing on there, but I mean like actual drift cars. So we all do know it wasn't going to be that great, and then I was drifting back on the Crew 2 and stuff, which I would probably say the Crew 2, for what that game actually was, being full-on arcade, very questionable physics in a lot of places, I feel like the drifting was fairly decent. Motorfest was also okay, but I knew it could probably be better, but was also wondering what other games could probably do a better experience for drifting. Well, turns out for me, jumping on to Forza Horizon 5, man, I'm honestly mind blown with how great the cars feel, and the detail they have on these vehicles is insane. Like, you can actually tell these are going to be real drift cars. Like, you didn't just add suspension onto the vehicle and like drift tires or something and then go, okay, well, let's go drift. No, these cars are literally going to have full-on details of drift cars. Now, the thing I do want to mention is I am going to be referring, let me head into the menu here and go down to Formula Drift. This is what I was talking about. These are going to be real Formula Drift cars, which is absolutely insane. The main reason why I did want to mention this, though, is you can also build your own drift car if you want. Like, for example, I think I have the Mazda RX-7. Let me go back to this and head over to Mazda real quick. Where is M? There it is. Head over to Mazda, guys. Go over to the RX-7. This was one car I did have set up for one of the other skills. This thing is going to be made for drifting, but it's obviously not going to have like the insane detail or something that you would most likely see in something like a Formula Drift car. But you could still pretty much turn almost 95% of the cars in this game into a drift car. But I did want to show the Formula Drift, guys. For example, look at that turning radius, because drift cars really are insane. Can I actually look at that with the wheel turned? Oh, I can. Look. Isn't that insane, guys, how far the wheels actually turn on drift cars? Like, it's one thing I never really noticed. I've never been to, like, a drift event, but I definitely want to go to one. It is absolutely insane what goes into making some of these cars. Now, this is going to be the Nissan Z. This was the car I did want to drive here quick and show a few things. Am I in the right part of the road? And it turns out I wasn't. I was actually in the wrong part of the map, so I'm going to go to a different road now, guys. But one thing that's also funny about these cars, if you barely hit the gas and turn it, look how you can actually turn the car all the way around. Like, that's so funny how fast and, like, how sharp it turns. But either way, though, one of my favorite things about this game, though, is going to come down to the way these cars feel. You're going to have weight transfer and stuff, and it really does feel like you're driving a drift car. Now, again, I do understand the Formula Drift cars are pretty much going to be real drift cars, what probably gave that away. And I do understand that you can also build your own drift car on top of that if you want to, which is still going to be amazing, because it is going to help with variety. Or, hey, maybe I want to turn this car into a drift build. Well, guess what? You can probably do it, which is another reason why I love Forza. But when I was drifting around, guys, I really wanted to have a better experience with it, because when I was playing Motorfest, I just honestly wasn't the biggest fan of the way they felt. I didn't really like the way the cars were pretty much, I guess you could say drifting is probably the easiest way you could put it. Turns out I'm not the only person thinking it, And I do feel like a lot of people are probably feeling a similar way with that. But after I was jumping on a Forza though, I'm like, man, like this game really does do it better. Like guys, I'm not running TC right now. I am going to be running manual. Pretty much nothing is done to this car except a few upgrades. And it's drifting so dang good right out of the box. Like, can you tune it? Of course, you could probably do a few things to it to make it a bit faster. Probably upgrade it slightly. But either way though, right now for a stock Formula Drift car, you could pretty much jump into any drift zone with this car right now and 3-star without any issues whatsoever. It is legit that good. Like, look at this, guys. It feels so dang easy to drift. And not only that, the cars are going to feel stable. You can hit the gas a bit, stay in like third gear, and kind of just fly around the turns. Like, it really does feel so dang great. And a lot of people might be like, well, that's the thing, though, Block. Like, if you're driving, whoa there, Ford. If you're driving something like a Formula Drift car, then yeah, it is going to feel really good. Here's the thing. I'm going to switch over to the Mazda I built. And the reason why I did want to show this, though, is even though it's not going to be a Formula Drift car, because some people might be like, well, only the Formula Drift cars probably drift and stuff, right? Like, the other cars don't, and they're probably not going to feel as good. Well, here's the crazy part. This was literally the same car I did end up building for that one drift zone in the update, or at least you could say the DLC in the series. That was going to be the Hot Wheels park to be exact. I did have to build an RX-7 to go, okay, well, this thing needs a drift, right? So this thing probably isn't going to slide as easy as something like a Formula car, but all you got to do is hit the e-brake, guys, and you are basically sliding all over the place. It's going to be that simple. Sure, some builds and stuff like that will probably help it, but all you really have to do, though, is to literally barely touch your e-brake and boom, you are pretty much sliding everywhere. It is kind of insane. Like, you can literally build pretty much any drift car you probably feel like building in the game. Could be a Koenigsegg, even something like a Bugatti if you want. Just because you're like, oh, I wonder what this thing can do, and turns out some of the builds are actually probably pretty solid. If you're going to be running something like a Formula Drift car, is that going to be the best? Well, probably. For me personally, those are my favorite. I've been driving a bunch of them, messing around a few of them, and man, it's very hard to not drive them. I really could not believe there was going to be a Corolla Drift car. When I saw that, I'm like, bro. Drove it, and man, was I so dang impressed. Like, you guys will see right here how great this thing is, but let me, back onto the other road. Let me head back over here and go into a different Formula Drift car. And the thing is, I have drove a good amount of these, but which one have I not used yet? Oh, you know what? I have not used the Ferrari. Let's go to this one and drive it. And I'll pretty much go down the road I was just on before with the other Z to show you guys that just getting in this car with nothing done to it, pretty much every Formula Drift car really is insane. Oh, oh, look at that. I got a barn thing. That's pretty cool. Head over to that in a little while. Hopefully it's a Pro Stock Camaro. Yeah, not really. But let's see. Man, look at this Ferrari, bro. Okay, that is literally insane. You're telling me somebody took one of these Ferraris and made it into a Formula Drift car, bro? I think I saw in Japan there was that Murcielago Drift car, I think. That thing looks absolutely wild. Look at this, guys. I have not touched anything on this car. This thing slide. Look, it's just insane how good the drifting feels, bro. Look. Look at this. I haven't touched this car. I literally bought it a while ago and was like, I'll drive it eventually. Turns out right now is my first time. And man, this thing feels super stable, especially when you slide into a Ford. That makes it more fun. Probably doing one of the drift skills might make this thing a tad easier. That way I can, not run into cars. But either way, guys, it really does blow my mind how good the drifting is in this game. I feel like if you are into drifting and stuff, I think Forza Horizon 5 really is going to be a great place for you because you can again build any of the cars to your liking. If you want to make it a drift car, go and add the drift tires to it. Couple of tuning, maybe the drift suspension like cambers the car out a bit, and you can pretty much make most of the cars pretty much drift viable. Are they going to have the detail or like something like a Formula Drift car? Because I feel like most of these, well, you could probably just simply jump into one and drift around with no issues. Like, guys, look at this. It is absolutely insane how good the drifting feels. I pretty much went on this game one time and drifted a bit, got back on a Motorfest, and honestly, I couldn't even do it. Like, it was insane. I did not like the way the cars felt. They felt kind of twitchy, and they just did not feel right at all. I then went, you know what, let me go back onto Forza. Completely night and day different, and that's kind of one area I've been at a bit. Pretty much playing Forza, then going back into Motorfest, checking out different things in both areas, and I can really tell that I just like the way Forza does things. That's just my honest opinion, though. I do know people might differ and stuff, but then again, though, when it comes to drifting, I feel like people might not be the biggest fan. What is this? Is this a drift zone right here, bro? Oh, okay, it's a drift zone. Let me see if I could score decently on this one. I have no idea what this one even is, but I'm in fourth gear. I could probably drop down into third, give myself a little more power, use my e-brake a bit. Just look at that, bro. It's crazy. I'm barely even trying. I'm just messing around with the car. It's completely flying around the turn with no issues. It's stable. What is the end of this one anyway? Was that a triple star? I don't think it was. I don't even know what that one even was. I haven't even looked at it. Oh, that was a triple star. Look at that. Never even did that drift zone before. Jumped in the Ferrari, completely knocked it out. It's just amazing, man. Do let me know what y'all think about drift cars in the comments below. I am curious. And you know what, though? Speaking of drift cars, I decided to go into another Formula drift car I've never driven as well. Guys, look at this thing, bro. If I saw one of these on a track, hold on. Let me go into photo mode real quick. What in the world is in the back of this thing, man? Look at that. Like, the detail of drift cars really is insane to me. And I do know people are probably going to be like, Blocked, you have to, like, go build other drift cars and try those out. I'm definitely going to do that. I've been kind of hypnotized by the Formula drift cars because I do know these are going to be real drift cars, which it really is insane this game probably focused that hard on it. Like, I do love the detail of it. And again, that's probably going to be another thing I just love about Forza Horizon. A lot of the drifting stuff on this game is probably going to be so fun because of one other thing that a lot of games kind of mess up. That's going to be the physics, bro. The physics. Who would have thought in a racing game the physics are going to be so important? Look at this, dude. It's just, it's insane. I can literally drift around on this game for hours on end. Like, it's literally ridiculous. I do kind of wonder if there's drift things on Event Labs. I'm going to have to check that out because that's something I would definitely like to play. But I do want to know what y'all think about the drifting in Forza Horizon 5. What are your thoughts on it? And I'm probably going to take a guess right now and say that most people are probably going to be in agreement that Forza Horizon 5 probably does drifting better than any other racing game at the moment. I mean, it's kind of obvious, man. I've been seeing a lot of people saying this online on X and stuff, like they don't like the physics in Motorfest, and when it does come to open world racing games, I haven't included Car X in that because I'd never played it. I'm sure it's probably going to be good, especially Car X drifting because it's kind of in the name there. Haven't played Street, looking forward to playing that when it does come out on PlayStation, hopefully soon. But I would say a lot of people, if you're looking to drift, man, get on Forza Horizon 5. You're not going to regret it. Not only are you going to have real Formula drift cars that feel absolutely incredible, but you can also pretty much build any car of your liking into a drift car. Really makes the entire build and variety basically unlimited. Again, let me know what y'all think about drifting in Forza Horizon 5, and do you agree that this game seems to do it the best, at least so far, when it does come to like overall open world racing games?